contract comes from the Mgsv rebel militants. That's right. That general's fighters. Recently, one of their child soldier platoons staged an insurrection and split from the main group. Thing is, they took a hostage with them. The general's brother. His number 2. The contract is to extract both that prisoner and the leader of the renegade platoon. The message reads, "I love my brother. You must bring him back to me alive." It also says this about the leader of the child soldiers. He is an excellent soldier. I want to persuade him to rejoin the ranks of the righteous. It sounds a little too forgiving for the man who ordered those kids dead at the mine. I wonder what kind of persuasion the general has in store. With that in mind, here are your objectives. First, rescue and return the general's number 2 as requested. Second, extract the renegade leader, and we'll keep him at Mother Base. In other words, extract both targets out of the region. Good luck, boss. Mission objectives are to extract the child soldier's commander and their captive, the general's number 2. This child soldier platoon decided to break away from the Mgsv militants. They took the number 2 captive and have occupied an abandoned village. Start by checking that location on your map. Boss, the child soldiers will treat you as an enemy, but they're just kids. See that they don't get hurt. Reconnaissance is best conducted from high vantage points. I've marked a good spot on your map. Take a look at your iDroid. That's the village the boy soldiers have taken over. It was deserted. Seems they're using it as their base of operations. The targets are there. Look carefully.
recent conflict robbed the villagers of the peace they once had. They evacuated rather than risk living on a battlefield. The place became a ghost town. Nowadays, it's occupied on and off as an outpost by one or another of the factions.
There he is, the commander. Extract him.
Security's pretty light. There are fewer kids around than our intel suggested. Maybe they sent some out on patrol.
Prisoner doesn't look like the target. Okay, subject is in. Another group of child soldiers. No, must be a squad they had out on patrol. Security will be tighter now. Watch yourself.
That's the target prisoner. Okay, that's the General's brother, his number 2. Get him out of there, boss. There he is, the commander. Extract him. That's the target prisoner. He's injured. Looks half-starved, too. There's no way he can stand the shock of a Fulton extraction. Get him out by chopper.
Tangi ya General ya Bakala Ilumbu Mosi Tata ya Bankaka na Mono Elaka Mono Mambu General Salaka Bantu ya Buta ya Mbele Ketinkaka Mosi Beto Nyoso Kebampangi
Subject is in. Another group of child soldiers. No, must be a squad they had out on patrol. Security will be tighter now. Watch yourself. Don't move. That's the target prisoner. He's injured. Looks half-starved, too. There's no way he can stand the shock of a Fulton extraction. Get him out by chopper. There he is, the commander. Extract him. Okay, that's the General's brother, his number 2. Get him out of there, boss. Great. You've located both the targets. Now extract them. The order doesn't matter. Boss, another child soldier has entered the village. Must have been out on patrol. Looks like they had more than one patrol out. Security will be tighter now. Watch yourself. Roger.
Bangi ya General ya Bakala Lumbu Mosi Tak
Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequot. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by. You're pretty good. 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 There's an obstruction at the LZ preventing me from landing. Request immediate removal. You're pretty good. You're pretty good. You're pretty good. Domesticated, you'll have a hard time riding it. You're pretty good. You're pretty good. Alright, now you just need to extract the general's number 2. You're pretty good. You've completed your objective. Now get out of the hot zone. You're pretty good. You captured an enemy vehicle. Just like weapons and items, you can use your iDroid to have vehicles you've extracted airdropped in. You can also let members of the combat unit use them on dispatch missions.
Departing!
Nice work. Keep it up. Mission complete, and how? They're gonna tell stories about this one, boss. Boss, about how we report this one to the client. I'll tell them we took heavy resistance from the renegade platoon and the hostage was killed in the firefight. Also, their leader wouldn't let himself be taken alive. I doubt the client will pay us for this one, but we got a big enough reward from the General's #2 instead. And as for the #2, he's saying he wants to join Diamond Dogs. I guess he knows what that means for him. He said, if I'm working for you, I can be #2 or #200 for all I care. Boss, staying on the battlefield that long will have a negative impact on your health. Why not head back to Mother Base for a shower once in a while?
The boss is back. Let's go refuel and load up on artillery.
We're good to go, Chief.
What's the matter?
Stop this! Now!
What the fuck, you freak?
Give me a hand!
Hold her still. Dismissed.
Payback for how they treated her?
Doesn't explain the others. She had every chance to kill them. Tighten security on her cell. This happens a second time. There won't be a third.
boss. About Eli. I'd heard that one product of the Les Enfants Terribles project went missing in Africa. The age would be about right. Now, I'm not saying I think it's Eli, but I want to run a genetic test all the same. Don't worry, I'll have it done without him noticing. The test may take some time, but I'll tell you as soon as we have the results.
Boss, welcome home.
We don't have enough medicinal plants, boss.
Eli is a real handful. We just can't get him to trust adults. I only hope he doesn't cause any serious trouble.
Whatever supplies you need. Just pause. Boss, you, me, mock battle, what do you say?
Thank you, boss. Thank you, boss.
What's up, boss?
You can deploy a buddy from the ACC before a mission or from your iDroid. Think carefully about the mission's objectives before deciding who you'd better take along.
You need combat
If you
support,
develop
boss?
specialized equipment for them, they'll be able to help you out in even more situations.
Boss, dispatch me on my next mission. What the?
Thank you for getting those animals out, boss.
Roger.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
guard post to the southwest of Mgsv Industrial Zone. The targets are civilians. 1 male, 1 female. Apparently they're specialists sent out there to investigate infectious diseases. They were frequent visitors to that devil's house at Mgsv. If you recover them, we'll finally be able to get first-hand accounts of what's been going on in that place. Martial eagle is Africa's largest bird of prey. Apparently, they'll even hunt jackals. I don't think you have anything to worry about.
Good. Enemy squad is on its way to the guard post. Watch yourself. Good dog. Stay.
That looks like the target. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Get him!
Wat? Kom maar die pad uit, zeg!
Ik wil niet prik niet. Ik wil niet prik niet.
Dat is het eerst begrepen. Sta vast. Ik wacht voor verdere bevelen. Uit.
Wat zei?
Ship, het is Delta 2. Onze vermiste gevangenen. Lijken ze voor ontsnapping. Hoor. We gaan een zoektocht. Zo gauw als mogelijk. Uit.
On the ground. Bark. Attack!
Handige contact!
Your objective is to rescue the 2 targets. Counting on you, boss. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Neem ons gaan die 2 gevangenes skuif. Elimineer die
Go! Get him! Jose, hey? What? What?
Ik wil niet trekken.
Spit it out.
Where are the others?
Lie down.
He's coming too. Roger that.
You! Please come back!
All right, target extracted. Now extract the remaining target.
Help me! You know, you're all right.
You need to help her.
You've come to rescue me. I was asked to show that man around here. Dangerous work. I hated every second.
Amazing, boss. Getting both prisoners out in that situation. Great work. Now exfiltrate.
Don't hit me. Get down. Spit it out. Spit it out.
Where are the others? Where are your friends? Good. Good dog.
Don't move.
Alsjeblieft.
Spit it out.
Where are your friends?
Ik wil niet trekken.
Where are the others?
Hands up. Talk.
Where are your friends?
Speak. Hands up.
Where are your friends?
Alsjeblieft. Ik wil niet trekken.
Where are the others?
Spit it out. Spit it out. Get down. Talk.
Where are your friends?
Talk.
Where are the others?
Spit it out.
Where are your friends?
You gonna extract him? That's a Nubian goat. It's a dairy breed whose milk is ideal for cheese production. It's also butchered for meat, but don't get any ideas. All right, mission complete, boss. Maybe you'll actually break a sweat next time, huh? Boss, we placed the 2 targets in quarantine. They don't show signs of anything, but we'll monitor them just the same. If they had access to the Devil's House, I doubt they were sent there by some health organization. Cypher used them, and would have eliminated them eventually. But we'll protect them here. They've agreed to that. After all, we helped them out of the country as promised. The mission's complete. But boss, they've been behind the curtains at Ngumba. They examined the patients there nearly every day. They told us the patients were being made to listen to voices on tape. But the male target added something interesting. He said he doesn't know what was on the tapes because there was no English version. Of all the voices that were shoved down those people's throats, English wasn't one of them. Boss, we have an emergency. Many of our staff are falling ill. At first it seemed like a common cold, but before we knew it, blisters started popping up on their chests and... Damn it. I'll fill you in at the ACC. Just get in the chopper. Look closely. Those are the symptoms of the infection on Mother Base. The blisters on the body were full of tiny worms. Parasite larvae, most likely. But we couldn't find any adults. It doesn't seem to mature in the body, like a spargatum. We don't know the root of infection, or what causes symptoms to develop. Boss, do you remember seeing these symptoms before? The bodies floating around in the oil facility, the bedridden test subjects at the Devil's House. This epidemic looks just like what we've seen on our hunt for Cypher. So this is the weapon of mass destruction Cypher was working on in Africa. Boss, the situation is urgent. We need to quarantine the infected and contain the pathogen. Priority now is to prevent more casualties. But the problem is, how do we tell who's infected? During the incubation period, we have no way of knowing who's clean. You'll have to try and guess who's infected before they go symptomatic and quarantine them. That'd be easy if we just knew the route or vector of the infection. From now on, if you even suspect a staff member's infected, use your iDroid to order them into quarantine. Given the situation, the men won't submit to quarantine just because I or the medical team tell them to. But they will listen to you. Of course, it's just a temporary measure until we find a permanent solution. But at least they'd be in solitary isolation so they won't infect each other, and we get the mental care they need. If we do nothing, we'll only lose more people. We have no choice. Boss, open your iDroid. I'll explain how to quarantine staff members suspected of infection. Go to the Mother Base menu and select Staff Management. First, take a look at the quarantine facility we've set up. We'll isolate anyone who's already symptomatic at the quarantine facility. But we have to expect that there are multiple staff who are infected, but asymptomatic. So how do we identify them? At present, we have no way to tell them apart. But there has to be something for us to go on. If you notice anything, reassign staff you suspect are infected to the quarantine facility. We'll monitor them and then contact you if there's a change in their condition. Correctly quarantining these asymptomatic infected will reduce the number of new infections. You should continue with your missions as usual. If Cypher is behind this, going after them should help us determine the root cause of this epidemic. Also, until we identify the pathogen, we can't fire or dispatch any staff. We cannot let this thing spread. Boss, get to the bottom of this fast. We're counting on you.